Hello, everybody. This is Reckles with WTBGold, and today we're starting off a gold making series in New World, looking at the best, the most exciting, the most interesting things you can farm in the game. And today we are starting with the pinnacle, Flint. No, really. Okay, so this is a video that has to be done. If you want to know how good something is, we need to compare farming that thing to something else in the game. So today, with our Flint farming, we're going to look at what's the baseline for gold making in New World. And the reason why I'm doing that with Flint is because you can do it at level 1. You can farm. There's no special gear or perks or fancy things that are required. You can just go out and click on these stupid rocks over here. So that's what I'm gonna do. You can find Flint all over the place. I found that the best place to get a lot of it is right near the beach. So I'm gonna run along this beach here, and I'm gonna do it for a little bit, and we're gonna see how much gold we get. Okay, so I know what some of y'all are thinking. Like, why are you farming Flint? This is bad and boring, and it's not a good farm. And yes, that is the point. So if I say something in this game is a 500 gold per hour farm, or a 5,000 gold per hour farm, or a 50,000 gold per hour farm, those numbers by themselves don't mean anything unless you have something to compare it to. So what we're doing here is we are getting a baseline. This is like the fact that it's boring and that it's bad. That's the point. We want to find the most boring, the most bad farm, so we can compare everything to it. So I can say the iron ore farming is 10 times better, or what is it? Orichalcum trade skills, mining. Yeah, orichalcum. I can say orichalcum is 50 times better, whatever. But like, that gives us, we can do a whole bunch of really fun and interesting math. But right now, yeah, we're just doing the most boring farm we can, and that's kind of the point. There are two other reasons to do this, and to settle anyone's nerves, no, I haven't quit WoW. I am still going to be doing World of Warcraft guides. I'm still playing WoW. I am still gold making in WoW. I'm just now also doing this. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. But the first reason I'm doing this guide and just guides in New World are because I have been making gold. I've been making gold guides for like since World of Warcraft Cataclysm. So for a long time, I want to say it's a decade, but that scares me and makes me feel old, so I'm not gonna say that. But so I have a bunch of experience. I know what to look for. I know what questions to ask. I know kind of what templates to put things in when we're analyzing farms and professions. That's kind of the selfless reason. I also have a selfish reason, but yeah, so my selfless reason is I think I can help y'all because there's lots of new people coming to New World who have maybe never played an MMO before, and their friends just convince them to come and try this new one out. The selfish reason is, so I was looking around the Blizzard job site, and I came across a posting for a system designer. And this system designer job, it was like in-game systems, like they were designing like whatever the new Korthia is going to be. Like they wanted someone who's designing that. But it made me think, like, would I apply for, oh, look at all this flint here. Oh, we're just gonna hang out here for a while. It made me think, like, if there was a job listing for a profession designer, would I apply for it? And I think I would want to. I would want to, if Blizzard ever decided to have a full-time profession designer, I think I would want to throw my ring in the hat. But then I got thinking about it, of like, I could give a lecture on the history of elemental items in like Spirits of Harmony and Expulsum. I could give a lecture for an hour or two on the history of that, but that's not who they'd want to hire. Like, they don't want someone who knows what they did in the past. They'd want someone who can help do new and exciting things, specifically that they haven't ever done before. So I needed to expand my paradigm of what I know about professions. And so I played Final Fantasy for a little while, and I really enjoyed that. It was really interesting to see how completely integrated into the story professions are there. Like, just the personality. I never considered that the NPCs that you learn your professions from could be like part of the story and an integral part, that they could have a personality, and that you choose what profession you focused on based on the NPC that you liked the most. That's completely mind-boggling for me. But that's what Final Fantasy brought to the table. With this one, we're getting there. I'm 100 plus on most things, rip furnishing. But I'm getting there, and just, it's really interesting to see how integrated everything is, and how the every profession uses every gathering profession item just in different, like cloth gear uses cloth and leather and stone and steel, but just in smaller, in different proportions than the plate gear. So anyway, I think that's interesting. And I'm enjoying learning, and I'm having a great time. I have some videos queued up on the best way to level. If y'all have any specific questions that you have been bothering you, if you're curious about anything in New World and you don't understand how XYZ profession works, or the best way to level through whatever, any gold making questions, leave them down in the comments, or you can come see me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/goldmaking.1toBuyGold.com/CA. So you can find me over on Twitch and ask me in person. I've been at this for about 45 minutes now. We've got about 1,000, so I'm gonna just keep farming here until my bags are full. I'll maybe even do 2 bags worth, because I kind of want to see also how quickly these can sell now that we're not all a bunch of noobs leveling up our professions. So I want to see. I'll probably spend another hour or 2 out here farming, give y'all a tally, and then we can start like a list, like a top 10 list, or maybe a list of everything, kind of like Jeremy Clarkson from the old Top Gear days, how they had the list of the things. We should do a tier list. That's what I'll do. We'll make a tier list at the end of this video. We'll start that, and then every video we make from now on, we can just add it to the tier. We can adjust based on whatever the current prices are, and then we can add things to the tier list and just build this out. And then you guys, if you ever need gold for like an invasion or a new piece of gear, or leveling up your profession, or if you just need to farm a specific item, then you can just come here, and you can tell your friends, like, hey, go to Want to Buy Gold. He's got a tier list of the best things to farm, and then that way we can help you guys out and grow the channel at the same time. And that's how you YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward now. 2 hours. Next time you see me, it'll be 2 hours later. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, so I know I said I'd fast forward to when we were done with the farm, but I have to show this to you guys because I found it. I found the best spot. All right, so here's what happened. Here's what's a little quick recap. I spent my first hour farming around here in this little island and along this beach. Then someone needed me for a dungeon, so I went and ran a dungeon with some level 25 friends and helped carry them a little bit. And then I spent another hour just kind of meandering around near the rivers and lakes that you used to, and it was kind of disappointing. And so I was like, gosh, there has to be somewhere better. And then the light bulb, I had it. I had the light bulb moment. So you remember the quest right before Monarch's Bluff, where over by where the wheelbarrow guy is, the quest where it has you build a campfire. Well, wouldn't a game design team, if they put a quest in there at the very beginning of the game that says build this new thing, wouldn't they put a whole bunch of the materials that new thing requires right nearby? And I'm gonna save you the one to skip a few. Yes, they do. So here we go. I have 636 flint right now, and I just want to show you guys this route. It's so good. There is so much flint. So we're just south of Monarch's Bluff along the path, and just right off the bat you can see that there's a bunch of flint. Like, it's not an obscene amount, but I'll show you the cool part. So there's the turned over wheelbarrow where the guy was. Here are the barrels, and then you turn around at the barrels and you look for these little baby boulders right here. There are 5 of them that we're gonna circle around. So here we're gonna grab that, and those, and each boulder has about like 5 or 8 flint around it, somewhere in between there. And like this is wild density for any farming material. It doesn't matter if it's flint or what, but you get density this good and you're doing okay. And then here is the final boulder, and that took 1 minute 30 seconds, and that got us 50 flint. So 50 flint every minute and a half. If you keep that up, hold on, I'm gonna pause for quick math. 2,000, right at 2,000. So pretty much if you are picking up flint almost constantly, you're going to be sitting at about 2,000 flint per hour. That is, I can't imagine there being a spot that's significantly better than this. I'm sure there are a couple places out and about. I've seen a couple nice big patches of flint, but I think it's safe to say 2,000 is the cap. All right, so here we are at the trading post, and we're gonna find ourselves some flint, and it looks like it is 73 cents right here. How about everywhere else? Okay, so I noticed something interesting here. So in Restless Shore, the cheapest is 20 silver, but if you go to Cutlass Keys, it's 1 gold 40 there. So I think that highlights something. And here in Monarch's Bluff, it is about 70 silver a piece. And I've actually in the past 30 minutes that I was farming, I sold half a stack. I sold like 500 something. So they're moving at 70 gold a piece. I'm gonna go head over to Cutlass Keys and see if I can sell it for 1 gold 40 there. But I think this is a good just kind of background message going forward that you do want to, even just something as cheap as flint, you want to pay attention to where you're posting. Maybe you want to post it at the place where you can sell it for the most expensive price, or maybe you can farm up infinity of a certain thing and you want to post it at the place where you can sell the most. So you want a decent price, but you want to be able to sell thousands and thousands a day at that price. So you need to make some sacrifices, and you need to start to understand the differences between all the auction houses. And honestly, I kind of don't like that aspect of the game. I think that places an arbitrary barrier between buyers and sellers that will limit the number of transactions that go on throughout the day and just make it harder to buy and sell things. And if it's all, auction housing is already intimidating, and I think it could honestly potentially be a downfall of the game if they don't merge the auction houses, but we'll see. Just I can definitely imagine there being everyone going to one centralized auction house, and then that kind of makes all the auction houses on the outside perimeter just completely dead, and then nobody can buy it. Everybody has to go into one centralized location, and the whole goal of the game is this PvP environment where everyone's spread out fighting for individual territories, like the game of Risk, kind of like that. It's a mix. This game to me is a mix between Diablo 3, World of Warcraft, and Risk. And it's a really interesting combination. But if everyone is in one centralized location because that's the only place where they can buy and sell their goods, then nobody's going to be in the perimeter fighting. And I don't know. I think that spoils some of the magic of the game, but we'll see. All right, so bringing up our tier list, our baseline farm of Flint got us, when we were doing the force spawn mega farm, really nose to the grindstone, we got 2,000 per hour. When we were just kind of futzing around, we only got 1,000 per hour. We got half of the Uber farm. At 20 silver per flint, this puts this farm at 400 gold per hour, which means in order to buy a house, you need to farm this for about 5 hours. If you sold it for 1.4 gold each, then you could get 2,800 gold per hour. And I'm going to be selling this probably somewhere between 50 silver and 70 silver each. So somewhere in the range of like 1,000 to 1,500 gold per hour is what I'm going to be moving these at. And I think that's where I'm going to rank this right now. Prices will vary on your server and how hard you farm it, but on our tier list, everything under this is going to be, the D tier is going to be everything worse than this, and then we're gonna have better and better stuff going forward. And I just can't wait to explore this new world of farming with you guys. I'm having a blast with the game, so I hope you are too. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped, then hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to see more as we fill out this list. And that's it for me. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck and happy gold making.